The lecture hall was silent at 2 a.m., its rows of desks empty under flickering fluorescent lights. Nia Brooks, 22, pushed a mop across the linoleum, her reflection wavering in the wet floor. Shapeless, stainless, stained hung. Loose on her slim frame, her short curls tucked under a cap. Her eyes, tired but sharp, flickered to a textbook on a desk. Advanced Calculus. She paused, tracing the equations with a gloved finger, her lips moving as she solved them in her head. This was her routine at Chicago's Westview University. Clean floors by night. Study by day, scraping by to pay for her math degree. Her mother, Clara, was back home in Englewood, her diabetes draining their savings. Nia's scholarship covered tuition, but rent, bills, and Clara's meds were on her. The mop was her lifeline, but the students' sneers cut deep. "Yo, janitor," a voice echoed. Two students, Ethan and Maya, lingered in the hall, their designer backpacks slung carelessly. Ethan, a cocky junior, smirked, missed a spot. He pointed to a clean floor, laughing. Maya, his girlfriend, giggled, her eyes flicking over Nia's uniform. "Don't you get tired of this?" she asked, not unkindly, but with pity. Nia's jaw tightened, but her voice was steady. "It's honest work." Ethan snorted. "Honest? It's just cleaning." Nia kept mopping, her heart stinging. She'd overheard them in class, mocking her late arrivals, her worn shoes. They didn't know she was a student, too, auditing lectures between shifts. She didn't tell them pride kept her quiet as she emptied a trash can. Crumpled worksheet fell out, covered in red ink. A failed calculus quiz. Nia smoothed it, her eyes scanning the problems. "They missed the chain rule," she muttered, penciling the correct solution. A shadow fell over her. Professor Helen Ward, a stern woman with gray streaks in her hair, stood watching. "You understand this?" she asked, her tone curious. Nia froze, then nodded. "It's basic differentiation." Helen raised an eyebrow. "Not basic to most." She took the paper, her eyes lingering on Nia. "Keep studying," she said, walking away. Nia's heart lifted. Someone saw her. But as she pushed her cart down the hall, Ethan's voice rang out again. "Hey, janitor, don't touch my stuff!" He snatched his backpack, shoving past. Nia's hands shook, but she kept moving. Clara's. Words in her mind. "You're more than they see." The night stretched on. Nia scrubbing lecture hall floors, her textbook open on a chair. She'd sneak into morning classes, sit in the back, take notes until her shift started again. The university's ivy-covered walls and polished halls were a world apart from Englewood's cracked sidewalks. But Nia belonged here, she'd prove. Her phone buzzed. Clara texting, "Proud of you, baby." Nia smiled, pocketing it. As she cleaned a whiteboard, she overheard Ethan and Maya again, now with friends. "She's just the help," Ethan said, loud enough to carry. Why's she? Even here. Nia's chest burned, but she erased their words, her hands steady. Professor Ward passed by, her eyes meeting Nia's with a nod. "Keep going," she said softly. Nia nodded back, her resolve hardening. At 4 a.m., Nia sat in the empty hall, her textbook open, solving equations by flashlight, a janitor's cart. Rattled nearby her coworker, Sam, a grizzled man who'd seen her study. "You're gonna be something, kid," he said. Nia smiled faintly, trying. She didn't tell him about the scholarship interview tomorrow or the calculus exam she'd aced last week. She didn't tell anyone about the dream burning in her, to stand at the front of this hall. Not with a mop, but with a chalkboard, teaching. Ethan's laugh echoed in her mind, but she pushed it away. Dawn broke. She locked up, the university's spires glowing against the sky. Years later, she'd walk through these doors again, not as the help, but as Professor Brooks, and the hall would never be the same. Nia's alarm blared at 10 p.m. in her Englewood apartment. A one-bedroom she shared with her mother, Clara. The walls were thin, the carpet worn, but a small table held Clara's insulin and a photo of Nia at her high school graduation, smiling with hope. Nia pulled on her gray janitor's uniform, her hands quick but careful, checking Clara's meds before leaving a note, back by dawn. "Love you." The night shift at Westview University paid enough for rent and Clara's care, but it meant missing sleep for classes. Nia grabbed her calculus textbook, tucking it into her bag. The bus to campus was nearly empty. It's fluorescent. Lights harsh. Nia reviewed equations, her pencil scratching notes. The driver, an older woman, nodded. "You're always studying, huh?" Nia smiled. "Gotta be." The university's ivy-covered gates loomed ahead, a world of opportunity and judgment. She stepped off, her heart heavy but determined, ready to clean and dream. Westview's math building was dark, its halls echoing as Nia pushed her cleaning cart. The lecture halls smelled of chalk and coffee, remnants of the day's classes. She scrubbed desks, her hands steady, but her eyes drifted to a whiteboard covered in equations. She paused, solving one mentally, her lips moving. A group of students passed by, late from a study session, their laughter sharp. "Hey, janitor, you lost," one called Ethan, his voice familiar. Nia ignored him, wiping the board clean. Maya, trailing him, whispered, "Leave her alone." But Ethan smirked, tossing a soda can on the floor. "Clean that up," he said. Nia's jaw tightened, but she picked it up, her dignity intact. As they left, she pulled out her textbook, studying under a dim light. Professor Ward's words echoed, "Keep studying." Nia nodded to herself. She wasn't just the janitor. She was a student, and she'd prove it. The shift dragged on, Nia moving from hall to hall, her cart rattling. At 3 a.m., she found a quiet lecture room, its desks cluttered with papers. She tidied them, spotting a calculus problem set. Her fingers itched. She solved one, then another, her handwriting neat on a scrap of paper. Footsteps startled Hersom. Her coworker leaned in. "You're gonna ace that degree," he said, his voice gruff but kind. Nia smiled. "Hope so." As she mopped, Ethan and his friends returned, louder now. "Still here, janitor?" Ethan taunted, knocking over a trash can. Nia's heart raced, but she righted it, her face calm. Professor Ward appeared, her eyes sharp. "Ethan, enough," she said. He shrugged, leaving. Ward looked at Nia's scrap paper, nodding. "Impressive," she said. Nia's chest warmed. She was seen. As dawn neared, she texted Clara. "Almost done." Her reply, "You're my star." Nia locked up her dream, burning brighter. The next night, Nia cleaned a study room, its tables strewn with books. A lone student, Sarah, hunched over a calculus textbook, her face frustrated. Nia paused, noticing her errors. "Mind if I help?" she asked, her voice soft. Sarah looked up, surprised. "You know this stuff?" Nia nodded, sitting beside her. "Your derivative's off. Try the product rule." She sketched the solution, her explanation clear. Sarah's eyes widened. "You're good," she said. Nia smiled, returning to her mop. Professor Ward, passing by, overheard, her expression intrigued. "You're auditing my class, aren't you?" she asked. Nia nodded, nervous. "Keep it up," Ward said, leaving. As Nia cleaned, Ethan entered, smirking. "Playing tutor now, janitor?" he said, tossing a paper on the floor. Sarah whispered, "Ignore him." Nia nodded, her focus on her dream sheet, show them all. Nia's scholarship interview loomed, and she studied harder, her textbook open during breaks. In a lecture hall, she found another crumpled quiz. Ethan's name on 18, another fail. She solved it, leaving it on the desk. Ward found it, her eyes narrowing. "This is yours?" she asked Nia later. Nia shook her head. "Just practicing." Ward nodded. "You're gifted." Nia's heart soared, but Ethan's voice cut through as he entered. "What's the janitor doing with my quiz?" he snapped, snatching it. Maya pulled him back. "Chill, Ethan." Nia kept cleaning, her face calm. Ward watched, her expression thoughtful. Later, Nia attended Ward's class, sitting in the back, her notes meticulous. Ethan noticed, whispering to Maya, "What's she doing here?" Nia ignored them, her pencil flying. Ward called on her unexpectedly, and Nia answered flawlessly, earning a nod. Ethan's smirk faded, and Nia's dream felt closer. At 4 a.m., Nia sat in an empty hall, her textbook open. "At!" Sam joined her, offering coffee. "You're killing it," he said. Nia smiled, trying. Her phone buzzed. "Clara, you're unstoppable." Nia texted back, "For you." As she cleaned, Ward approached, holding Nia's scholarship application. "Your grades are stellar," she said. "Why hide it?" Nia shrugged. "People see the uniform, not me." Ward nodded. "They'll see soon." Ethan's voice interrupted, loud and mocking. He tossed a soda can. Laughing, Nia picked it up, her eyes meeting Ward's. "He'll learn," Ward said softly. Nia nodded, her resolve steeling, as she aced the scholarship interview that day, earning full funding. As she left, Ethan's taunts echoed. But Ward's nod lingered. Nia wasn't just cleaning floors, she was building a future, and the university would soon know her name. Nia's scholarship win lifted her spirits, but the night shifts grew harder. In a crowded lecture hall, she cleaned after hours, her cart rattling as students lingered. Ethan and his friends were there, their laughter sharp. "A scholarship now?" Ethan mocked, loud enough for others to hear. "What's she gonna do, mop better?" Maya frowned. "Stop it, Ethan." Nia kept cleaning, her face calm, but her heart stung. She overheard a professor, Dr. Klein, talking to Ward. "She's talented, but can she handle the pressure?" Klein said. Ward nodded. "She's stronger than they know." Nia's hands shook as she mopped, Clara's words grounding her. "You're more." Found another quiz, Ethan's again, and solved it, leaving it for Ward. As she left, Ethan tossed a coffee cup on the floor. "Clean that, janitor," he said. Nia did, her eyes fear she'd prove him wrong. Asterisk the next week. Nia attended a calculus lecture, her uniform swapped for a worn sweater. She sat in the back, her notes precise. Ethan noticed, whispering to Maya, "She doesn't belong here." Ward called on Nia, her question complex. Nia answered, her voice clear, earning murmurs from students. Ethan scoffed, but Maya looked impressed. "Duh!" After class, Ward pulled Nia aside. "You're top of the class," she said. "Apply for the honors program." Nia's heart raced. She hadn't dared dream that big. At her shift, Ethan's taunts escalated. "Honors you?" He laughed, spilling soda deliberately. Nia cleaned it, her jaw tight. Sam nearby muttered, "Kid's a jerk." Nia nodded, her resolve hardening. She texted Clara, pushing forward. Clara replied, "You're my hero." As Nia mopped, Ward watched from the hall, her expression proud. Ethan's cruelty was a spark, fueling Nia's drive to rise. At a department event, Nia served drinks as part of her job, her uniform a stark contrast to the professor's suits. Ethan, there with Maya, smirked. "Back to cleaning, huh?" he said, loud enough for guests to turn. Nia's face burned, but she kept serving, her hands steady. Ward approached, introducing Nia to Dr. Klein. "She's our top student," Ward said. Klein raised an eyebrow, skeptical. Impressive for a janitor. Nia's heart sank, but she smiled. "Just a student, sir." Ethan overheard, laughing. "She's just the help," called, spilling wine on purpose. Nia cleaned. Her eyes meeting Ward's. "You'll show them," Ward whispered. Nia nodded, her dream clear. She aced the honors application, earning a spot. As she left, Ethan's laugh echoed, but Ward's faith carried her. Years later, she'd walk these halls as their equal and more. Asterisk Nia's honors program acceptance. Meant more classes, less sleep. She studied in the library, her janitor's uniform hidden under a coat. Sarah, the student she'd helped, joined her, grateful. "You're a genius," Sarah said. Nia shrugged. "Just work hard." She cleaned her cart, rattling past Ethan's study group, as Mercked whispering, janitors playing student. Nia ignored him, solving equations in her head. Ward noticed, slipping her a research paper. "Read this," she said. Nia devoured it, her ideas sparking. She submitted a project proposal, earning Ward's praise. "Your faculty material," Ward said. Nia's heart soared, but Ethan's taunts persisted. "You'll never fit in," he said, tossing a pen on the floor. Nia picked it up, her eyes steady. Clara texted, "You're unstoppable," Nia replied. "For us." She pushed forward, her grades soaring, her dream of teaching growing clearer. Asterisk Nia's project won a university award, drawing attention. At a ceremony, she stood in her worn sweater, Ethan's smirk visible in the crowd. Ward presented the award, her voice proud. "Nia Brooks is our future," she said. Ethan scoffed, but Maya clapped, her eyes warm. Nia's speech was simple. "Work hard, believe in yourself." Back at her shift, Ethan's taunts grew desperate. "Awards don't make you one of us," he said, knocking over a trash can. Nia righted it, her face calm. Sam, nearby, grinned. "He's scared of you, kid." Nia nodded, her focus unshaken. She graduated top of her class, earning a graduate fellowship. Ward mentored her, pushing her toward a PhD. Nia texted Clara. "I did it," Clara replied. "My professor." As Nia cleaned the lecture hall, she imagined standing at the front, chalk in hand. Ethan's words faded. She was rising. Years passed, Nia earning her PhD while working nights. She published papers, her name known in math circles. Ward became her advisor, guiding her toward a faculty position. At her final shift, Sam hugged her. "You're leaving the mop behind," he said. Nia laughed. "Not the lessons." She visited Clara, whose health had stabilized, their apartment now cozy. With Nia's earnings, "You're my miracle," Clara said. Nia hugged her. "You're mine." The university offered her a professorship, and Nia accepted, her heart full. As she packed her uniform, she found a crumpled Quizathons from years ago. She smiled, tucking it away. The lecture hall where she'd mopped would soon be hers to teach in. Ethan's face would be in her first class, unaware of who she'd become. The lecture hall buzzed with students, their laptops open, chatter filling the air. Nia Brooks, now 30, stood at the door, her professor's blazer crisp, a stack of salabi. In hand, her short curls were free, her eyes bright with purpose. The whiteboard behind her was clean, a stark contrast to the nights she'd scrubbed it. Students glanced up, curious. Ethan, now a graduate student, sat in the front, his face older but still smug, whispering to a friend. "New professor, huh?" He didn't recognize her. Nia stepped to the front, her voice clear. "I'm Professor Brooks, your calculus instructor." The room quieted, Ethan's smirk fading. Maya, beside him, gasped, her eyes wide. Nia wrote an equation on the board, her movements confident. "Let's start with the chain rule," she said, her eyes meeting Ethan's. His face paled. He remembered the janitor. Nia's lecture was electric, her explanations clear, her passion infectious. Students leaned forward, taking notes. Ethan squirmed, his notebook untouched. Maya whispered, "Is that?" "Her..." Nia caught their eyes, her smile calm. "Questions?" she asked. Sarah, now a senior, raised her hand. "You taught me years ago," she said, grinning. Nia nodded. "And you're still learning." The class murmured, impressed. After, Ethan approached, his voice low. "You were the janitor." Nia nodded. "And a student like you." "Shh," he flushed, mumbling. "I didn't know." "Nia's." The voice was gentle. "You didn't ask." Maya smiled, offering, "You're amazing." Nia thanked her, her heart full. Ward, watching from the back, clapped softly. "I knew you'd do it," she said. Nia texted Clara. "I'm their professor." Clara replied, "My star shines." The hall, once her workplace, was now her stage. She owned it. After class, students crowded Nia, asking questions. Ethan lingered, hesitant. "I was a jerk," he said. "I'm sorry." Nia nodded. "Learn from it." He nodded, humbled. Maya hugged her. "You're an inspiration." Nia smiled, her past struggles fading. Ward invited her to a faculty meeting, introducing her as our rising star. Dr. Klein, once skeptical, shook her hand. "You proved me wrong," he said. Nia's lecture went viral online, students sharing her story, the janitor who became their professor. Clara watched the video, tears in her eyes. Nia visited her, sharing the moment. "You did this," Clara said. Nia shook her head. "We did." That night, Nia stood in the empty hall, chalk in hand, her name on the door. Professor Brooks. She cleaned these floors, but now she lit up minds. Her triumph complete. Nia's classes filled quickly, her reputation growing. Students packed her lectures, drawn by her clarity and story. Sarah became her Ta, her eyes bright with pride. You changed my life, she said. Naya smiled. You're changing yours. At a faculty dinner, Ward toasted Naya. To resilience, she said, her eyes warm. Dr. Klein nodded, his skepticism gone. Ethan attended her next class. His attitude shifted. Raised his hand, asking a genuine question. Nia answered, her tone kind but firm. After, he stayed. I'm trying to do better, he said. Nia nodded. That's enough. Maya joined, offering to help with Nia's community outreach. Nia texted Clara. They see me now, Clara replied. They always should have. At home, Clara's health was stable, their apartment now a haven. Nia framed her PhD, hanging it beside Clara's photo. The university felt like hers, its halls no longer a battleground. Nia launched a mentorship program for low-income students, inspired by her journey. She invited Sam to the launch, his grizzled face beaming. Told you, kid, he said. Nia hugged him. You believed in me. The program paired students, with Professor Ward volunteering first. Ethan joined, mentoring a shy freshman, his demeanor softer. Maya helped organize her friendship with Nia growing. At a lecture, Nia shared her story, cleaning floors, studying by flashlight, defying doubt. Students applauded, some crying. Ethan stood, his voice clear. I was wrong about you, he said. We're the best teacher here. The room cheered, and Nia's heart swelled. She visited Clara, who watched her lectures online. You're a light, Clara said. Nia nodded, because of you. The university's walls, once cold, now echoed with her impact, her story reshaping lives. Asterisk, at a university gala, Nia was honored as Professor of the Year. Ward introduced her, her voice proud. Nia Brooks turned struggle into strength, she said. The crowd rose, clapping. Ethan and Maya sat together, their applause genuine. Nia spoke, her voice steady. No one's just the help. We're all more, the room roared. Clara watched the live stream, tears falling. Nia visited her, sharing the award. This is ours, Nia said. Clara hugged her. Yours, baby. Nia's program grew, helping dozens of students. She mentored Ethan, who applied for grad school, inspired by her. Maya became her research assistant, their bond strong. Nia's office, once a janitor's closet, now held her books and awards. She texted Sam, thank you, he replied. You did it. Nia's journey had turned her from invisible to unforgettable. Her legacy just beginning. Asterisk Nia's mentorship program expanded, reaching hundreds of students across Chicago. She worked with Ward to secure funding, transforming lives. At a campus event, Nia spoke, her blazer sharp, her voice resonant. Education is for everyone, she said, her story inspiring applause. Ethan, now a grad student, mentored others, his arrogance gone. You changed me, he told Nia. She smiled. You've changed yourself. Maya, her research assistant, published a paper with Nia, their names side by side. Clara, now healthy, attended, her pride radiant. Nia bought a small house for them, their Englewood days behind. She framed a photo. Her, Clara, and Sam at the program launch. Nia texted Clara. We made it, Clara replied. You made it, star. The university's halls, once her workplace, now bore her name on a scholarship fund. Her impact undeniable. Nia's story spread beyond Westview. It's featured in news articles and TED Talks. She spoke at a national conference, her message clear. See the person, not the job. The crowd stood, cheering. Ward retired, naming Nia her successor as department chair. You're the future, Ward said. Nia hugged her, grateful. Ethan graduated, thanking Nia in his speech. She showed me what's possible, he said. Maya joined Nia's faculty, their bond like sisters. Nia visited Englewood, funding a community center where kids studied math, calling her Professor Nia. Clara joined her, teaching crafts. You're their hero, Clara said. Nia shook her head. You're mine. At a university dinner, Nia raised a glass. 2 second chances, she said, her eyes on Clara. The room toasted, her legacy growing. She'd turned struggle into strength, inspiring a generation. At a commencement ceremony, Nia gave the keynote, her robe flowing, her voice powerful. "You're more than your past," she said, her eyes on the graduates. The crowd roared, Clara in the front row, tears streaming. Ethan and Maya, now professionals, attended, clapping loudest. Nia's program had transformed Westview, with scholarships for low-income students bearing her name. She mentored dozens, her office a hub of ideas. At night, she stood in her lecture hall, chalk in hand, the mop a distant memory. She texted Sam, "We changed it." He replied, "You did, Professor." Moved into Nia's house, their bond unbreakable. Nia's name was etched on a university plaque. Nia Brooks, trailblazer. She'd cleaned floors to survive, but now she built futures, her legacy a beacon for all who dared to dream.